banking sector really is a scary place to leave your money, largely because it's uninsured to a large degree. It's overvalued, it's undercapitalized and over leveraged. I think leaving your money in the bank right now is as risky as it gets. We're almost 200 trillion in debt. We're broke. We're insolvent. We're divided. We're not united. Our country is looked at as a laughing stock with the border, the elections, judicial system. All of this craziness that we see happening is not lost on the rest of the world. And so, yeah, I think this is going to only get more and more real, Lena, and people need to prepare. And that means getting their house in order, like a hurricane is coming, a financial hurricane, but also a real hurricane.
Welcome into the runners. We have such an amazing presentation for you guys tonight about how to beat inflation and get real wealth. I'm excited to bring in the man, the myth, the legend, Kubrick, Ricardo Hamilton. Let's go. Yeah.
Lace up, lace up. Let's get wealthy. Y'all know what time it is. Y'all running with the runners. Man, we pumped and excited. There's a lot of people that said it couldn't be done. There's a lot of people that said it would never launch. There's a lot of people that said that they would never be able to provide what it is that they say that we're going to provide and do what they're going to do. But not only are they doing it, they're excelling at it. And we're fired up and excited to bring this to the community, bring this live to everybody, because we care about the people. And we want to make sure that people are getting the best value, okay? Being able to preserve their wealth and accumulate these assets, okay, at the best price, which is going to allow them to accumulate more weight and utilize a system that's more better for them financially and for their family. So I'm pumped, Mike. I'm fired up, excited. Lace up. Let's get wealthy. Let's get it. How are you, brother?
Damn, son. Where'd you find this?
Bro, we have been waiting to do this to really bring it to the masses, to the world, of how we are getting real money at the best and lowest prices. So what we're going to do tonight is I'm going to play a short clip here, right? To just, again, we did not expect to do this. There's so much stuff going on in the world right now. I'm like M.I.M.S, Ricardo. We got to bring this to the masses to help as many people get gold and silver as quickly as possible. So we're going to play this short clip. Then M.I.M.S is going to break it down on why we are doing this and how we are getting the best prices on this. So again, if you guys don't know, okay, Andy Schectman is like literally the GOAT when it comes to gold and silver. And I watch lots of content on gold and silver. And when I saw this about what his dad had him do when he was 20 years old, I was like, this is like literally what I want to teach my kids. So we're going to listen to this short clip, and then we're going to explain to you guys how you can beat inflation and get the lowest prices on gold and silver anywhere. And if anyone can get lower prices on gold and silver, then please message me, and I will admit I was wrong, but I don't think I'm going to have to do that. So M.I.M.S, let's get into this and listen to what they're talking about.
Because the mainstream media is absolutely omitting this. They're acting as if this is not happening. But what can an average person, let's just say a person who's working, a 9 to 5, what can they do given all of this information? What would you do if you were that person to protect your assets? I know gold, of course, is a safe haven asset, but what would be like the top 3 things that you would do after hearing this information?
I would do the best I could to mitigate my exposure to traditional assets, like stocks, like bonds.
So M.I.M.S, right there, I just want to point out, again, this is what we've been saying forever. Maybe you can make it make sense about why would people want to mitigate their exposure to traditional assets?
Yeah, I mean, it's so important that people really do that, because right now your money's not safe, and it's not safe in these traditional financial institutions and instruments because of the financial economic climate that we find ourselves in right now. We're in a reset, and during times of great uncertainty, like what we're seeing right now with inflation and the wars and banking crisis and massive debt and everything else that's coming. You want to do some things that are going to make sure that you protect yourself and your family financially, so you're going to be able to provide for yourself and your family, put a roof over your head, clothing, food in your belly, because nobody's going to save you and nobody's going to do it for you. And it's important that you understand the time that we're in, so you know what it is that you need to do, because there are some dynamics taking place that if you don't do what is the wise thing to do with the dollar right now, which is convert it into assets, you're going to get wiped out financially as this system resets and is collapsing right before our eyes.
No, 100%, bro. 100%. All right. So first of all, you're the GOAT. All right.
I would do the best I could to get out of debt and get rid of variable rate debt, especially. Do the best you can to pay off any variable rate debt or consolidate variable rate debt into a fixed rate if you have the ability to do so. I would pay yourself first and let the laws of compounding work for you instead against you. And pay yourself first, meaning if you don't pay yourself first, if you're always just trying to make ends meet and not paying yourself first, you'll never get off the wheel. You'll never get out of the rat race. You have to let the laws of compounding work for you instead of against you. So, it's easier said than done, I guess. And I'm not trying to ignore that. I know 65% of this country is living paycheck to paycheck, and 45% earning over six figures paycheck to paycheck. So what do? You try to get out of debt. You try to pay yourself first, and you prepare for a hurricane, a financial hurricane. You have food and water and batteries and things that you would need to survive for a few months. You have some small denomination currency, 5s and 10s and 20s at home, as much as you can have safely at home. You buy some gold, you buy some silver, small silver coins, doesn't matter how much. When I started this company with my father 34 years ago, Lena, he told me that there'd only be one rule or he'd fire me. And this was the great.
All right. So, M.I.M.S, this is what I want everyone to listen to. Okay. Andy Schectman, one of the greatest gold and silver savers of our lifetime, is going to break down what his father taught him. This is what I want you guys to do. I love Rich Dad Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki. I love Andy Schectman. And the fact that his father taught him this so many years ago. Pay attention to this. Listen to this. Internalize it. Okay. Teach this to your children. All right. This is what spoke to me this week. And this is what I think is powerful about what we're doing.
Greatest gift my dad's ever given me, or anyone for that matter. And he said, I need to buy something, gold or silver, every 2 weeks when I get paid, period. And that was 34 years ago. And I've owned my company for over 2 decades. He's been retired. I talk to him every day. He won't fire me anymore, but I've honored my promise to him. And I bought something every 2 weeks for 34 years. And it's money to me. It's wealth. It's not an investment. And it was the greatest gift he ever gave me. Taught me how to prioritize myself and my future first, and show me how to let laws of compounding and cost averaging work for me. That is the best advice I can give, because I do think this is real. Look, we live in a just-in-time society. All of this stuff would come at the expense of credit as well.
So M.I.M.S, I mean,
powerful.
Wow. I mean, just go off that for a little bit, bro. Riff on that.
Man, I mean, the way that brother just articulated it, so precise, to where, even the elementary kids should be able to understand that. Pay yourself first. Yep. He talked about obviously getting out of debt, and he talked about your future. And that's what it's coming down to, doing certain things. And that, you're right, Mike, that was powerful, because you have to understand that his father taught him how to properly save money. And 99% of people do not know how to properly save money. Nope. You see, what his father taught him is that you save your money in physical silver and gold. Most people are saving their money that, what they work for in dollars, in US dollars. But the United States dollar is not a savings instrument. It doesn't hold value. It's constantly losing value the more that they print. Okay. And so that's powerful, for 34 years to just save, even if it's a little bit, even if it's, 10 ounces a month or whatever he was saving, just every 2 weeks, getting some silver and gold. And this is what we recommend. This is why we tell people that this is the opportunity to make sure that a wealthy family comes from you, even if you didn't come from a wealthy family, because it's about your future and it's about your loved one's future. And one thing about, saving in these assets is that you've never lost money. You've never lost value. It's not like I spent it and it's gone. No, we've converted it into something that is creating financial security up for us. We've helped tens of thousands of people save in this asset. They fell on hard times in their life financially, and they were able to rely on the physical silver and gold that they had because it had value and it was easily liquidatable. We've helped people save tens of thousands of dollars that they've never been able to save before in cash, because cash is too easily spent. It's meant for spending. And it's so important that everybody do this right now, because the world is resetting. The reason Andy Schectman is saying what he's saying, and the reason that the information is coming out the way it is because we are in a reset. We are living in one of the most significant time periods ever in history. It is not an option. It is critical that you save your money, that you take your dollars, that you convert the liability into an asset. And we get excited because our journey has been helping people find the best systems to do that are not only going to allow them to get the best value, but also put them in position to create some cash flow and hedge against the inflation and the taxes. Okay. That was a powerful clip, brother. I think people, if you're watching this, you need to go back, watch the replay, and watch that all over again. You got to watch this a couple of times so it can hit you.
I love it. Yes. All right. So let's get into it, guys. All right. So we want to help educate and teach people that they need to get real money. Okay. Like we're talking about real physical gold and silver. But here's the thing, right, M.I.M.S? If I just go out and buy this for $3,000 and let's say it doubles, let's say silver goes from 30 to 60, and then I sell this for $6,000. I bought it for $3,000, sell it for $6,000. Well, then I'm done. That's it. I just sold my asset for more dollars, but I have no residual income. I have no money coming in. I have no tax breaks. So tonight, what we want to do, guys, is really share with you what I think is literally the best money business I've ever seen in my life, where you literally get paid to help people get real money. So M.I.M.S, if you're ready to break this down for people, I would love to just have you share this opportunity that I'm glad you shared it with me. As soon as you heard about it, you're like, Mike, you're not going to believe this, how amazing it is. It's better than anything we have ever seen before. So M.I.M.S, break it down, brother. What do we got for the people tonight?
Yeah, and I'm going to break it down, and I want to just add one thing to what you're saying. When it comes to these assets, right, this is something that we save our money in, physical silver, okay, and gold. And when it comes to my assets, I leverage them as collateral, or I'm waiting to the day where I can take them and buy some land with it. You want to take an asset and acquire more assets. Yeah. You don't want to take an asset and convert it into a liability or to fiat or turn it into an expense. This is why we're accumulating assets, to acquire more assets. And we want to help you do the same. So I'm fired up and excited to share with you guys something that's literally revolutionizing the way people access physical silver and gold. I want you to understand something. What we're getting ready to share with you has never been done before, okay, at this level. Literally, we have the best and probably going to be the biggest company in the precious metal space because of the value that they bring. That's what gets me excited. When I first heard about this opportunity, I got excited about the value. I got excited about doing something in this space that has never been done before and opening that up to the masses of people. Okay, that was huge. I saw something big there. So it was about value, and for me and my family, and of course for the community. Okay, and then the second part that I saw was, like Mike said, we're accumulating this asset. This asset is just, it doesn't create cash flow from holding the asset, but it's an asset that you need to have. And we tell people all the time that if you're relying on one stream of income, you're a disaster waiting to happen. Okay, you want to have additional multiple passive and residual, so you can create a more secure financial lifestyle for you and your family moving forward. So when I realized that this opportunity that we're sharing with you can only be accessed from other members, and that we are in position to get paid from helping people get these assets in a way that I've never seen with any company before. That was it. I knew that it doesn't get any bigger. It doesn't get any better than this. So I want to go ahead and get right into this at cost metals presentation for you guys. Fired up and excited. This is an opportunity of a lifetime. Okay. This is an opportunity of a lifetime, and you want to make sure that you're in position. So let me go ahead and share my screen. I'm going to this thing live here. Entire screen.
And while you're doing that, M.I.M.S, I'm going to go ahead and all I have to do is just go to different websites online of gold and silver businesses and show how much cheaper we are. We're going to beat them by probably $4 to $6 an ounce on silver, probably $100, $200 on gold. So M.I.M.S, I'll let you do the hard work. I'm just going to do the easy work, look online, be like, oh, yup, we beat them. Easy peasy. So go ahead and lay it out,
and
brother.
how am I looking, Mike? I can't see. I see the presentation, but I can't see. Okay, looking good?
Yep.
Okay, awesome. So once again, folks, we have had a lot of success helping thousands of people throughout the last few years or so. Figure out why they need gold and silver. Help them understand what's going on in the global economy. Making it make sense. Finances and assets, right? And so we've been helping a lot of people, and we found a lot of different solutions. But I'm telling you, what we're getting ready to share with you right now is the pinnacle. Okay. It can't get any bigger than this, because there will never be a company that's below cost. Okay. This is at cost metals, something that has never been done in the precious metal space before. So you're looking at this at the perfect time. Okay. Not only is it the perfect time, but of course, we're talking about the perfect product or the perfect asset, which is real money, God's money, physical silver and gold. And I'm going to share with you this business model that's so unique, that's so lucrative, and that's so simple, that I believe that everybody who hears this information will want to take advantage of it. So let me just give you some of the reasons. Okay, here's just some of the reasons why this is timely. And a lot of the stuff, a lot of people already know. They feel it, they see it, they understand it, but it's inflation. Okay, the dollar is constantly losing value. The dollar is losing its status and respect around the world. The world is looking to do business and commerce and trade outside the dollar. They're dumping bonds and treasuries. And all of this is causing prices to rise in housing and groceries and everything else. People are feeling it. They're seeing it. They're realizing the dollar just doesn't buy them what it used to. They have to work harder and harder just to maintain their standard of living. And it's because central banks and governments are printing more money than they ever have in any time period in history. They are printing money at unprecedented rates. And you have to understand something. When a politician gets up there and they tell you they're going to give you money, and we're going to print money for this, and we're going to do money for this, and we got money for this, they're secretly eradicating the poor and the middle class. Because the more they create in dollars, the more they print, the less value the dollars that are in circulation. And it makes it harder and harder for people to maintain their standard of living. So what they give you with one hand and they take with the other. Okay. So right now, they're not even printing any new currency. Okay. Everything is going digital. I think people know that. They see that. They feel that. We have BRICS. Okay. Looking at blockchain technology. We even have Fed now using blockchain technology. So paper currency is a thing of the past. It's like CDs or something. Nobody listens to music on CDs. Nobody watches, movies and videos on DVDs anymore. It's played out. Walkmans and, recorders, records. Nobody listens to music really on records. Everything is going digital. Okay. And of course, we have some lasting effects of COVID, obviously, supply chains. We got war and all type of stuff going on. So there's a lot of global uncertainty. And when you have these type of dynamics, okay, when you have so many variables like this all at one time happening, this is what dictates the necessity for you to have a stable store of value. Okay. And the dollar is not a safe and stable store of value. It is physical silver and gold. These are not opinions. These are facts, regardless of your politics, nationality, or religion. So just to kind of help you understand how bad this financial situation is, and it's getting worse. The national debt right now here in the United States is rising at $1 trillion every 100 days. Can you imagine? You are rising in the nation, rising in debt. They're adding $1 trillion to the debt every 100 days. And the interest payment alone on that debt is nearly $1 trillion. And now we see what's going on with the war, and they're printing all kind of money for this and that. And once again, if you remember, the more they print, the less value the dollar, which means it's going to get harder for you and I to maintain our standard of living unless we do something different. Okay. And the situation is so bad that we have 63 banks on the brink of insolvency here. 63 banks. This information is coming from the FDIC. This was June 2nd of 2024. Okay. We have banks collapsing here, on the verge of collapsing here, and we're going to see a situation worse than 2008. It's just a matter of time. And this is why this information is so timely. This is why this opportunity is so timely. This is why this information is so timely, because it's about your financial future. It's about your financial security. It's about you being able to provide and protect for you and your family in face of things that are coming that are outside of your control. And they're already here. And a lot of people are already seeing the inflation, especially in food, right? You go to the grocery store, and it's funny when you hear them talk about inflation, they don't include food inflation. There are certain things that they take out when you hear these numbers, and they're saying, oh, the economy's good, inflation is this and that. No, it's always worse than what they say. I mean, even in McDonald's, okay, over the last 4 to 5 years, a cheeseburger is up about 200%. Went from $1 to $3.15. A McChicken, okay, was $1.29. It's now over $3.89, up over 200%. We're talking about in a 4 to 5 year period, okay? And it's getting worse. It's getting harder and harder. And why is that? Do you think the McDonald's cheeseburger or McChicken got any better, right? Got any healthier? Got any more, provides more sustenance for you and your family? No. The reason is because they are continuing to inflate and continuing to print this currency into oblivion. And you know why? Because their currency is going out of style. The dollar is losing its status. It's going out of style. Everything is going digital. Okay. So it's so real, right? It's so, in your face that the Federal Reserve has to quietly admit, okay? The Federal Reserve had to quietly admit that gold is replacing the dollar as collapse fears predicted to trigger a $15.7 trillion ETF Bitcoin flip. And what that means is essentially is that because of the debt, because of the interest on the debt, because of our divided government and lack of ability to create a budget, okay, and actually work on a budget, the world is saying, nah, we don't want to tie our economies to your corrupt, weaponized, debt-based fiat system anymore. We want to get back to real money, God's money, stable money, gold, silver, and then looking at blockchain. So the Federal Reserve had to acknowledge that. And so the Federal Reserve had to acknowledge this, while at the same time, central banks in countries like China are buying more gold than they ever have in any time period in history, dumping U.S. treasuries like never before. And it's not just China. There's a lot of stuff going on around the world in other countries that are forcing people to choose sides. Are they going to be with the BRICS nations, or are they going to go with the G7 nations? And we're seeing a lot of countries side with BRICS nations because they have the resources, they have the commodities. Their economy is not based on debt and death, okay? And so this is really important that people understand this, because it affects the dollar, which affects their financial lifestyle. And so why is it going back to gold and silver? Because most people don't understand that gold and silver is God's money, okay? The third-party counter risk, there's no third-party counter risk. God is giving that value. God's backing that. That's God's money. That's been money since the times of Egypt. Okay. Gold and silver have been money, it's money all over the world. It's money in Africa. It's money in Asia. It's money in Europe. It's money in the Americas. Here in the United States, Article 1, Section 10 of the U.S. Constitution, gold and silver legal tender. There's about 12 states in the United States where you can spend gold and silver the same way you spend cash. People have to understand something, that the reason the United States dollar had value and that the world accepted it as the world reserve currency was because the dollar was a certificate, a receipt. It was an IOU for money, which was gold and silver. You see, the money is not the dollar. The money is what the dollar was exchanged for, which was gold and silver. That's why they used to say the dollar was as good as gold. Yeah, boy. Okay. So we have something, and we're helping people hold on to something that's time tested. It's a hedge against inflation. Everybody around the world knows the value of gold and silver. And this is a stable asset, especially during uncertain times like what we're in right now, because it will always have value, unlike fiat currencies. And it's important that you understand something. You can go to Google right now and you can type in list of fiat currencies that have collapsed, and you will see hundreds, and I do mean hundreds, probably over 800 actually, fiat currencies that have collapsed. Okay. I want you to understand something, that the United States dollar, the Federal Reserve's note, to be quite frank, is a fiat currency.
Yep.
Okay. So I'm fired up and excited because obviously the value and the timing, but also the ability to, have a business, create an additional stream of income where you're accumulating this asset. Just like Andy Scheckman said, his father said, just keep getting silver and gold, exchange it every 2 weeks or so when you get paid. And he continued to do that, and he built wealth. Okay. That's what we're going to show people how to do. So I want to share with you guys just some statements from some excerpts to just substantiate what we're saying. Here's Dr. Ron Paul, who's an ex-congressman. He said the most sinister of all taxes is the inflation tax, and it is the most regressive. It hits the poor and the middle class. When you destroy a currency by creating money, you see the create quotations there, out of thin air yeah, exactly. When you create money out of thin air to pay the bills, the value of the dollar goes down, and people get hit with that higher cost of living. Yep. It is the middle class that's being wiped out. It is the most evil of all taxes. Okay. So most people don't understand that. The most evil of all taxes, this hidden tax, is the inflation tax. And the inflation comes from them creating money out of thin air. Okay. Printing more currency out of thin air, bailing out banks, bailing out governments, going to war, everything else. Even when they say they seem like they're giving you money, they're taking from you at the same time because your cost of living is rising. And that hits the poor and middle class the most. Henry Ford said, and I'm going to paraphrase it, but he said, if the American people ever understood the present banking and monetary system, there will be a revolution by tomorrow morning. You see, our people are perishing for lack of knowledge financially because they don't understand how this financial system works, and they don't understand what it is that is money and how to actually get money. Even JP Morgan knows that gold and silver are money and everything else is credit. You see, so most people are walking around with dollars in their wallet, dollars under the mattress, dollars in their bank account, and they think they have money. But they don't understand that the dollar is not money. It is a unit of debt. Okay? It is a fiat currency. What is money is God's money, is gold and silver. That's money. So if you don't have any gold and silver, you don't have money. You have debt. Okay? These quotes are more true than ever. This information is so widely known amongst the wealthy that even central banks are buying more gold and silver than they ever have at any time period in history. We have JP Morgan Chase. Okay, JP Morgan is holding over 800 million ounces of physical silver. 800 million ounces. 800 million ounces of physical silver. That's a clue. We have BRICS. Okay, countries, developing countries, central banks buying more gold than they ever have. And you know why central banks are buying gold? As a defense against the dollar. I want you to ask yourself, what defense do you have against the US dollar? You probably never asked yourself that question. You probably never thought about asking yourself that question. You probably didn't even realize you needed to ask yourself that question, but you need to ask yourself that question. What defense do you have against the collapse and the loss in valuation and status and credibility of the US dollar around the world? We're sharing with you.
Hold on. Hold on.
Go ahead, bro.
M.I.M.S. You are on fire tonight, bro. Like, guys, if you're watching this live stream right now, okay, I need you to like this. I need you to make a comment. I need you to share it out. Like, M.I.M.S. is bringing the fire, the heat. All right. We have got to help as many people as possible during these times to survive. That's where we're at now with our current state of everything that's going on. Okay. So, like, comment, share this out, send it to 3 people that you love. All right. I need to give M.I.M.S. a little break here because he's going in hard. All right. I mean, JP Morgan Chase has 800 million ounces of physical silver. all you need to do is get like 1,000 of them and you'll be good. So, Mims, want to
Nice.
give you a little break. I'll throw it
Yeah.
back to you, brother. Keep crushing it.
Yeah, no, I appreciate you. And this is not, this is the facts. This is the data. It's not hyperbole. This is not doom and gloom. This is an opportunity. We're sharing you this information because for you to really understand the value of what we're sharing, you first have to understand the problem before you can appreciate the solution. And because most people are financially illiterate, they haven't properly educated us on the monetary system. They don't know what real money is versus fake money, which is the dollar. Okay. Because of that, all right, this is why this information is important, because we're going to highlight the problem, but we're not just going to talk about the problem. We're going to show you the solution. And that's what gets me excited, right? So this is one of the reasons, and most people don't understand why central banks and banks like JP Morgan are sitting on over 800 million ounces of silver. People don't even understand how important physical silver is. Let me help you understand something. Physical silver is the most undervalued physical asset on the planet, and it's accessible to everybody right now, okay, at the best prices we're at cost, and we're going to talk about that. But there are thousands of uses for physical silver, okay? Our society, our life, the world that we live in today doesn't exist without this metal, okay? It's in electronics. It's in solar panels. The demand for solar panels is through the roof, especially with China and India. It's in satellites. It's in medicine. It's in healthcare. I take colloidal silver. You know why? Because it's antimicrobial, antiviral, antibacterial, okay? How it keeps me healthy, right? It's in games. It's in photography. It's obviously people hold it as investments. It's in jewelry. There are thousands of uses for this, but there's only so much of it, okay? The demand is so great and the supply is not as great as the demand. The supply is low. Understand something. And when you understand the laws of supply and demand, you understand something. When that a lot of people want something, but there isn't that much of it, the price has to rise, okay? And this asset has been rigged and manipulated. The price of it has been down for so long that this is going to be one of the greatest ways to build and create wealth for the average person, okay? The opportunity, the information is so huge that even major retailers like Costco, which were known for rotisserie chickens, hot dogs, and cheap clothing, Costco is now selling physical silver and gold because they understand something. And not only did they just sell silver and gold and say we have silver and gold, apparently they have a mass of people who want access to physical silver and gold. There are people who realize, hey, I want some silver and gold. I should have some silver and gold. They probably didn't know that the best place they can get it, but they saw Costco had it and they're buying it. In fact, Costco is selling up to $200 million in gold and silver bars every single month. Can you imagine having a business where you add gold and silver to your plethora of services and products or whatever, and now you're doing $200 million a month in physical silver and gold? This is why I get so excited about At Cost Metals, because like Costco, this company has a membership, and this membership is going to allow us to get physical silver and gold at a better price than Costco and every other online dealer out there. This membership is so exciting and so powerful that At Cost Metals has, okay, that there are no minimums and no maximums, okay? We're getting it at the best price, and this company is going to pay people for sharing this opportunity. And like we talked about before, we're big on helping people create additional streams of income and start a home-based business, reduce their tax exposure and all those benefits. And this is one of the biggest things that I've ever seen in the precious metal space. And let me give you one more huge fact about this company. You cannot go straight to At Cost Metals website and decide to get gold and silver at the best price at cost. You have to get the link, or you have to get access from somebody who's already a member. You can't go straight to At Cost Metals. You got to find somebody who's a member and get their referral code, because At Cost Metal wants to pay its members for helping other people get gold and silver at cost. That blew my mind. That was huge, okay? Because when you're offering such value in the marketplace, okay, and it just opens up a whole world of opportunity for you as a member, being that people can't go straight to the company and get it. All right. So this is huge. This is our business model. At Cost Metals, we've developed relationships with the largest market makers in precious metal and numismatic coins. So understand something. You're dealing with the big boys. It doesn't get any bigger than this. Our relationships, our partners, it doesn't get any bigger. Okay? We're getting the same metal that the same major online retailers are getting. We just got it for you at a better price. We own our own network marketing networking software. Okay? We're selling precious metal bullion at cost to customers. Understand something. I was in a Facebook group and it was called Silver something Squeeze Group. I don't know what the name of the group was, right? I don't want to call the name out the group, but they couldn't believe that we were getting metal at cost. They said nobody gets metal at cost. Yeah. Everybody has to mark up the metal, not at cost metals. Okay, that's how powerful, that's how niche, that's how unique this opportunity is. This is how revolutionary this opportunity is, because every other company you go to has a markup. Okay, so this company, once again, is paying members to share their referral code with other people who want to become members because they don't want to overpay anymore for gold and silver. You know, some people like to overpay. You know, there was some people who commented to me in that post and they said, you know, essentially they were saying, I don't mind overpaying at my local deal. I say, well, look, you know, stupid. Man, exactly. Stupid, right? Some people want to overpay for gold and silver. I don't know why. I want to look for the value, and that's what we get excited, you know, for. So if you're looking for value, you're going to get the best value here. The company does everything to make sense for the customers, the affiliates, okay, and the company as well. So this is a brand new company based out in Texas, and like I said before, this company is having haters. Oh God, this company got some haters. I'm telling you, you have to understand how disruptive the ability to offer metals at cost, and every other company out there has a markup. This company got some serious haters. They're lying on the owner, and I'm just telling you, spreading all kind of misinformation out there. They're saying the company was never going to pay out. They said the company would never be able to offer metal at those prices. They say, "Oh, I just heard it all," and
they run in scared, bro. They run in
scared, man. They run in scared. Oh my God, it was horrible, you know, and I hate to see that because, you know, I believe in free market capitalism.
Right.
You know, I believe that, you know, competition is great. It's great for the customers. It's great to bring value for the people. Right. And, you know, when you have, you know, something like this, you just need to innovate. You know, you don't need to hate, innovate. There's no need to hate. Right. And that's what companies should do. They should innovate, not hate. Right. Yeah. So this company's offering actual at cost pricing on precious metal. They have coins. Now, there are some coins that are the major coins that people are getting. Most of those are at cost. There are some coins that have a slight markup, but even that slight markup is better than what the retail is offering on that same coin anywhere else. And that slight markup is another way that also helps the members, the community of at cost metals get paid. So I got fired up and excited when I analyzed how simple and lucrative this compensation plan. And I'm going to get into that in a second, but I want to make sure that people understand something. All the major gold and silver coins, bars, rounds, numismatics, we got them. We just got it at a better price. If you're getting gold and silver from anywhere else, excuse me, if you're getting it from anywhere else, you're overpaying. Stupid. You're just overpaying. Okay. If you like to overpay, then that's your prerogative. That's fine. This is for people who no longer want to overpay because they understand that the more that they save, the more they can get. Okay. So we offer the same coins and bars. We just offer it for less. U.S. Eagles, Buffaloes, Peace, Canadian Maple Leaves, the Grizzlies, Cougarans, Chinese Pandas, graded, flawless, numismatic, collectible coins, generic bars, rounds, you name it. We got it at a better price. And you know what? The price is so fire. You know, we always say documentation beats conversation. Okay. I'm going to have Mike show you guys in real time. Okay. In real time, the difference between at cost metals and other major online dealers. And you're going to see the games that they play with the pricing on their website, because a lot of people don't catch it. I was on a live stream the other night and somebody told me that this other company had the same coin we had at the same price. And he didn't realize that was a clickbait. But by the time you get to the checkout, the price was up about $2-3 more or so. So we're going to show you that. And we're going to show you, obviously, the massive savings that we're getting on the major products of gold and silver that people are getting. So go ahead, Mike. Take it away, brother.
Bruh. I mean, you crushed that. That was fire. You guys are watching. First of all, let's give Ricardo the Don DeMarco he deserves. Absolute fire, bro. If you guys are watching this, again, people are struggling. They need to know how to beat inflation. They're literally creating dollars out of thin air. I have to at least share one of my slides, Mims, of just craziness that's going on right now, right? Like this is crazy to me that
Right.
this is called money printer go burr,
Mm.
where the Federal Reserve, that's Jerome Powell. I don't know. I'm sure you guys probably weren't taught about the Federal Reserve and how they're a private banking cartel that controls and owns us. But
Say that part
they
again,
just,
because most people think that the Federal Reserve is part of the federal government. So I want to make sure for the new
oh,
people who might not know that what you just said again.
Nope.
You said the Federal Reserve is not a part of the federal government.
that is not, that is correct, sir. The Federal Reserve is not part of the United States government. It is a private banking cartel that charges us interest to create dollars to enslave us.
That's right.
So
Well said.
that's what they do. Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead.
You can try to work as much as you want. You can try to save as many dollars as you want, but they will just create more. Okay.
Mhm.
So you have to look at what are the banks doing and what are the governments doing. Well, the world's central banks are buying $24 billion of gold in 3 months, which is setting a new record. So I'm not a financial advisor, but I look at what the rich, wealthy, and elite do, and I do what they do. I don't do what they say. That's the key there. Okay. So that's what I'm doing. And then when you go to what are the governments doing? China is buying gold like there's no tomorrow. All of these headlines are from the last month. The global price of gold has reached its highest levels as Chinese investors and consumers, wary of real estate and stocks, buy the metal at a record pace. China ramps up de-dollarization efforts by dumping a record amount of U.S. bonds. So I'm doing what the central banks and the biggest governments in the world are doing, but I'm getting paid for it to help people get physical gold and silver. Now, Mims, you were on fire tonight. I get to do
Yeah.
the easy part. I get to just show
Yeah.
people.
Well, I like to say this is actually the presentation, folks.
Yeah.
You
This
see,
is it.
you can't beat real time pricing. Okay. This is no hype, no gimmicks for real. Okay. This is real value, straight in your face. Okay. Clear as day for you to see. Go ahead, brother.
All right, let's do it. Let's do it. And what I love, Mims, is I can do this live every night. I don't even have to look at the prices because I know we're going to beat them every single day. And it ain't even close. All right, kids. Here we go. Live prices, okay? I love Canadian silver maple leaf. So if you're just starting into your gold and silver journey, just buy Canadian silver maple leaves, okay? Best bang for your buck. So we can get them for $31.76.
Wow.
That's it.
I'm getting
Like,
excited.
$31.76. Okay. So
Yeah.
if you guys are watching, type that into the chat right now. $31.76. If you're on Facebook or YouTube, just put $31.76 so we get this on record in the matrix that we can buy an ounce of silver at that price right now. Okay. So let's look first at JM Bullion. JM Bullion, what's $38.16 for the exact same ounce of silver.
Wow. 31.76.
31?
38.
31,
36.
38. Which one do you want to pay, Mims?
Yeah, I mean, that's what you have to ask yourself, because this is an asset that people need to have, more than ever, more than any time period in history. And obviously, a lot of people shop at J.M. Bullion, but the people who are shopping at J.M. Bullion are overpaying because they don't know at cost metal exists. They're paying $38.16. We're saving them about, what's that, $7 almost or
Least,
so per
yeah.
coin. I mean, at least
Yep.
$7. Do you understand how many more ounces you're able to accumulate because of the savings? And then a lot of these sites, it says 38, but I bet if you went like to the site, they probably say as low as 36, and then you check out, it's 38 type of thing. But go ahead, Mike. I mean, that's the savings that we're looking at there, the percentage.
Yeah, and that's the percentage right there. 38.16 to 31.76 is 16% off. So you get an
Almost
at cost
17%.
membership. You save 16% on an ounce of silver. I mean, sign me up for that all day, every day.
Yeah,
But
that's huge.
maybe this is just one site I'm cherry picking. Let's look at SD Bullion that claims to have the lowest prices, period.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
They must not know at cost exists. You're about to find out
They don't.
why.
They're about to
They're
find
gonna
out.
have to change that that motto
Yeah.
there or whatever. For real.
The it came in, you are false. Okay. So
Right.
they're at 36.03.
At cost,
$5. That's like
$31.76.
$4 to
That's about
$5.
$5. Wow.
We beat them.
Wow. That's huge. That's significant. Because when you're buying silver, and it's like Andy Sheckman talked about, it's not something you do one time. It's constantly, it's continuously, it's consistent.
Every month.
You don't buy just one coin.
No.
Most people,
Every
you
month.
buy tubes. Some people buy tubes. So you can imagine each coin you're saving $5. And this company claims to have the lowest price, period. It doesn't get any better than that cost. There will never be a company better than that cost metals, because you will never see a company that's offering gold and silver below cost. Let that hit you.
Yep. And good question, Brian. No, this is physical, bro.
Yeah, it's physical.
Yeah, we want to get you physical. There is a digital way we can do it digitally, but we want to get as many people physical, gold and silver, real money.
Yeah.
Let's look at goldandsilver.com. They are at 30. Actually, for credit card, they're at 36.24. Not even close. We're beating by
still
$5.
about $5. Yeah.
And this, I don't even know how this company, how does this company even stay in business, bro? I have no idea. Bullion by Post is charging people $45.60 for a Canadian
People take advantage
maple?
of you. They take advantage of it when you don't know. That's it.
Stupid.
And this company, it says over 1 million orders delivered worldwide. Can you
Crazy.
imagine over 1 million orders? People have been overpaying. But that's okay. At cost metals exist. They didn't know. But when their people find out that they can get that same coin for $15, almost $16 cheaper. I mean, this is
like
every
every 2 coins you buy, you get a free one, essentially. At this
exactly
price.
Right. Yeah, exactly. So you got to so now people understand why you've been hearing some companies want to bash this company. They want to bash the owners. They don't want this company to exist. Can you imagine how disruptive this is? The savings, they're beating major retailers. We're showing you live. Okay. So I get and when I look at companies and opportunities, especially with metals, I just need to know 3 things. And I think that you should probably consider and think this way too. I need to know, 1, are they going to give it to me at the price that they say they're going to give it to me at? Okay. I need to know 2, is it pure? Is it real? Where they're getting it from? And then I need to know 3, will they deliver it to me? You see, those 3 answers eliminate any risk or liability or potential of some outcome that I don't want. Because if I have the physical asset in my hand, if I hold it, I own it. So I'm not worried about that. If I know that this asset is pure and where they're getting it from, I'm not worried about that. And if I know that I paid the best price possible, I don't care about anything else. Okay? Anything else. So and I do take other things into consideration. But this thing is just so fire, it's so phenomenal, it's very disruptive. You can imagine why a company like this would get so much hate and so much
Yep.
just dislike.
All right. Last thing here, Mims. I got to
Yeah,
show
let's
you.
get one more
Some
company.
people like
We got
gold.
Apex. Okay.
No, gold.
Okay.
So
gold.
let's look at gold. Okay. A Canadian gold maple leaf half ounce we get for $1,211. $1,211. How much is it at JM Bullion? The exact same coin, 1466.
So what's that, Mike? I know you're gonna do some numbers on that. That's huge.
That's it. That's the
That's
presentation, Mims. That's it. You want
That's
to
it.
know that percentage? You want to know that percentage?
Wow, that's crazy.
21%.
21%, folks.
Cheaper with at cost metals for our very small membership over JM Bullion, which nothing against JM Bullion, good company. I'm sure they're good
Look,
people.
we're just looking for the value. I don't have no
Yeah.
loyalty to JM Bullion, SD Boy. I bought from these companies.
JM Bullion never paid me, I'll tell you that.
JM Bullion never paid me. Okay, they don't have a system for me to get it automatically, right? And apparently, I've been overpaying, right? So, I don't have any loyalty to JM Bullion, SD Boy. I have loyalty to my family and my community and helping them get the best value, the best bang for their buck for these assets. And so when you show me 21% savings on a half ounce of gold, he said that was $200 savings. So that was a half ounce. So what does that mean if I'm buying an ounce of gold? Is that about $400 saving per ounce,
Yeah.
Mike?
Yeah.
$400 savings per ounce of gold. No minimums, no maximums. The price is the price. And you get it delivered if you would like. Come on now. This is. I get it. Once again, I get excited about the value. I think there's no company on the planet I know for a fact that has a better value than at cost metals and the pricing for the people. Okay, and obviously with the membership and the way we get paid to share and everything else, it's truly next level.
So Mims, I mean, fire live tonight. I mean, is there anything else you want to share before we leave or sign off? We're not even going to go into how you can get paid from this. Very simple.
Mm-hmm.
Just tell people, hey, you want to get gold and silver, you want to get real money, you want to get this, ship, get paid. But yeah, let's close it out tonight, man. We've been going for about an hour, and it's been great.
I gotta give people the value of this membership really quickly.
Yep.
So you can get back to the person that shared this video with you. More than likely, they have a referral code. And remember, you can go to atcostmetals.com right now and see the pricing, but you can't buy. You're going to click on the join button, and it's going to ask for a referral code. It's going to ask for somebody's link, the referral name. You got to get the link from somebody who's already a member. Okay. And the person who probably shared this with you has that for you. If not, reach out to me and Mike. The second thing you're going to do once you realize I want this membership is you're going to create an account. You're going to add funds to your account. And then you're going to purchase your membership and any metal that you want to get thereafter from your funded account. Okay. This thing is huge. So let me share my screen really quickly because I want to make sure you guys just get the other value of the membership, because like Mike said, we're not even going to talk about compensation plan. And let me just say this. This is the most lucrative and simple compensation plan I've ever seen. Okay. Yep. And understand something. We've been in this space. We know compensation plans. We understand these types of business models. So when we say this, we're not just saying it to say it. We're saying it because we know what we're talking about. Okay. So now let me go ahead. Is that screen up, Mike?
Got you, bro.
Okay. Awesome. So one of the other benefits of this membership, okay, is that we're going to allow people, and even now you can take your cryptocurrency and convert your digital assets into physical assets. This is huge. A lot of people are in the crypto space. and they have some profits in crypto, and they want to take that and convert that into physical silver and gold, you can do that here at Cost Metals. You can add funds to your account and pay for that in crypto. Right now, I believe it's Doge and Litecoin, but those coins you see at the bottom and some others maybe are coming. Okay. Remember, this is a brand new company that is literally taking off and changing lives and adding so much value. You guys are here at the beginning. Okay. So gold and silver, you can pay for that in crypto, which is huge. And I do want to talk about the vault. Okay. Should I talk about the vault, Mike, and then the cost of the membership, or just the vault and then let people get the other information later? Let's talk about this vault, right? So here's the DApp vault. All right. They also have this, also is part of the membership. Very inexpensive membership, if you ask me. Okay. Quite frankly, I'm familiar with a lot of other memberships out there, and they cost way more. Okay. So this is the DApp vault. All right. There's a digital side and a physical side to this vault. The digital side will allow your dollars to adjust with the value of gold and silver on the market. And you can find that over time, if gold and silver went up, there's more money in your account. Imagine if your checking account or your savings account at the bank went up or adjusted with the value of gold and silver. And you can find over time that there's more money in your account, right? That's the power of this digital side, because obviously, you know, if you leave your dollars and you're saving it in the bank, it's losing value because of inflation. The bank isn't giving you any interest on it. They're loaning out 100% of your money. You know, it's uninsured. I mean, there are no benefits to saving dollars in the bank. No benefit at all in saving dollars, period, let alone now saving it in a bank. So we have a digital vault with those dollars, and you can add $1 in there, $5. If you want to put $5 in there and you want that $5 to adjust with the value of these assets on the market, that is available to you. It's coming. Okay. Very soon, almost done. Now, they have a physical side as well. If you want to have your metal stored in a vault with military grade security, fully insured, we have that coming as well. Our vaulting partner is Brinks. Okay. So usually if I say a name like that, ain't no question. I don't have to elaborate. People know Brinks. Okay. So all the metal you purchase is yours. It's held in the DApp vault. Okay. You can have it shipped. And if your metal is in the vault and you've never had it shipped, you can press a button at any time. And let me tell you this, At Cost Metals has the best buyback prices around. Nobody's beating our buyback prices as well. There are companies that are making money on the buyback price. You know, we don't play those games here. Okay. Any assets you sell will move back to your account, and you can buy more metal with it, or you can move it however you like. Okay. So just give you some details about the vault. Obviously, it's an international opportunity. You're gonna have some people might take advantage of the vault. Okay. I like mine physical, but after a while, you might have too much physical at home and you need another place to store your assets. We have the highest ranked and rated vaulting company, which is Brinks. Okay. They're multinational, proven with the highest level of security, safety, and service, multi-class, state-of-the-art. Okay. Impenetrable walls, internal barriers. All locks require several methods of verified access before someone can enter. Okay. The customer's precious metals are held as bailment and not as a deposit or consignment, offering protection to the customers so that assets can never be seized to pay depositors' debts. Okay. They have a very strict and proven process. Okay. And we're keeping investors' data private. So your data is kept private. And of course, like I mentioned, fully insured, all risk insurance, even against active terrorism, strict inventory controls, real-time reporting. Look, folks, you're dealing with the best of the best. Okay. You're dealing with the best of the best. It doesn't get any bigger than this. So get back to, go ahead, Mama, close this screen out. You want to make sure that you get back to the, okay. You want to make sure you get back to the person that invited you out. Yeah, get back to the person that invited you out, and look, let them know that you need their referral code, because that's the only way you're going to get access to this opportunity.
I mean, bro, this is legendary. This will go down in history as the greatest gold and silver presentation of all time. And again, we want to see everybody win. So if somebody sends you this in the future, which I'm sure they will, okay, don't contact me or Ricardo. Contact them. We're all winning. Okay, we've been here for months. We're at the top. We're good. Okay,
Yeah.
we want to see you win. We want to see you have success. All right. So, again, guys, what is going on in the world right now is absolutely insane. And people need to know about real money. I was a history, government, economics teacher in high school for 17 years. And if there was one thing I could have taught all my students, it would be exactly what Andy Scheckman said at the beginning of this video is pay yourself first. Okay. Buy real money. Dollars are an illusion. Every currency is an illusion. Okay. You have to pay yourself first. You have to get real money so that you can pass on generational wealth to your family. That's what matters right now. What matters is getting prepared for what is going to happen because it is the great reset. That's why Ricardo's wearing a 2024 hat. That's why we're buying silver bullets to prepare for what is
These
going to happen.
vampires, these financial vampires, these bankers, they trying to suck your financial blood. They trying to drain you.
Yeah.
So
That's
yeah. That's how you get
All
rid of the
right.
vampires. Get silver, folks.
Listen, this has been the greatest live show ever of gold and silver, man.
Yeah.
M.I.M.S, I think you need to give us like a last hurrah here of why people need to take action and get back with the person that shared this with them and get their at cost metals membership to get as much real money as possible.
You know, Mike, you said it perfectly. You said, you know, people think they're saving silver, but it's silver that's going to save them. You know, it's so important. You know, we don't talk about this and we don't share this, you know, for no reason. We understand what's going on in the economy better than most people, honestly, quite frankly. We understand the value of gold and silver, its role in the global economy, and its future in the global economy, along with blockchain technology. And we know and we want people to use the best systems that are going to allow them to get these assets and accumulate more of these assets. And you do that by getting these assets at cost. You do that by leveraging a system that pays you for bringing on other members, especially when nobody can go directly to the company. You do that by having a home-based business that's going to reduce your tax exposure, give you some legitimate write-offs and deductions, okay? Work whenever you want. You know, and the beautiful thing about having a gold and silver business like what we're sharing with you right now is that ain't no overhead. I tell people you have a personal responsibility in this business. You want to know what that personal responsibility is? To save $75 a month and get a graded MS70 Silver Eagle numismatic coin. I'm going to say this one more time. One of the personal responsibilities that I let people know that you might want to have when you do this business is that you save $75. I hope people heard $75. Some people are going to understand why I'm saying that the way I'm saying it so loudly. $75 for a MS70 Silver Eagle numismatic coin. It's going to help you get paid. It's going to help your community get paid. And it's going to allow you to save an asset on automatic. And that's what we get excited about, the value of people being able to save money, create money, and build generational wealth. Running with the runners.
Wow. What a great live stream. Thank you for everyone jumping on. Again, please utilize this, guys, to help you and your family get real money and survive these crazy, crazy times that we're going through. M.I.M.S, again, I got to give you one more.
Yeah.
Just, bro. You brought the fire tonight. I love it. Blank it up, guys.
Let's go.
All right. So whoever sent this to you, get back to them, get your membership, get as much real physical money, not debt, not currency, real money in your own possession, and that's how we're going to change the world. This is the only way we can take back our power from the rich, wealthy, and elites that have stolen our liberty and our freedom. This is how we break free and declare our independence once again, like we did in 1776. So, Mims, lace up, let's get wealthy, brother.